you will find the exact answer that you are looking for the second that you step away and make some space. We oftentimes think that if we have more control over a situation, that we will be able to know what the outcome is, and we will be able to control the whole situation, and we'll be able to make things happen. But the reality is, the closer you are to a situation, you're never going to get the answer, because you're not allowing yourself to see it from God's point of view, from up here. So think about like when you're like this park right here I'm sitting at. If I just look at the park, if I just look at where I'm at, I see a park. But if I scroll out on a map, I see that this park is a much bigger piece of a neighborhood. And I scroll out even more and I see it's a part of a big city and a state. And oh my gosh, the ocean is right there. Look, I want to show you something. That's a whole city over there on this hill, right up there. And that's what I mean by scrolling out. It's like, look at all of that, all those people and their little lives. But then you look over here and it's like, just a house, just a neighborhood. Perspective, you guys, perspective. My point is, maybe the thing that you're trying to figure out right now, maybe you need to take a few days and not think about it. And I know it's hard just to not think, but go somewhere new, even if it's like a new park, and just go sit under a tree with God. And the second that you do that is the second that the creativity will start flowing and the answers will start coming to you. I think a lot of times, and I've done this my whole life, where I'm like trying to hear God, and I'm just like sitting here and I'm praying incessantly and saying, all right, I'm ready to hear you. When are you going to talk to me? Are you making any space for his voice to come through? Are you sitting there and just receiving? I think Christians a lot of times struggle with shutting up, like being quiet and sitting in silence to allow room for the Spirit to talk. And it wasn't until the other night that I was like silently crying that I heard him, and he just got my heart right, and he told me some really hard things and revealed some things about myself that was so selfish. But at the same time, he's so loving. It's like he wraps his wrath in a hug, and he gives you what you need to hear. But he only gives it to you when your heart is ready to hear it and when you're ready to receive it. Because if he gives you a word that you're not ready for, you're going to miss it. And who knows if it's going to come back around. So that thing that, again, you've been trying to figure out for so long, take a step back. Like, put it down on the table, let God have it, and just see if he gives you the answer. Maybe you're not supposed to be focusing on that right now. Maybe your life is headed into a different direction, and it wasn't until this video that you realized that. And if that's the case, congratulations. Like, you are in for a huge shift in your life. But again, it's like discerning in your heart, what is God saying to me? And the only way that we hear that is if we make space and we take a step back. And you guys, sitting in stillness and silence is not wasted time. I think this hustle culture has created such toxicity within ourselves to think that if you're not multitasking, if you're not doing dishes and listening to a podcast, if you're not listening to an audio tape or an audio book on tape and like calling 18 of your friends at the same time and building an empire of a business, then you're not getting ahead. And that's not the case. God can quantum leap you. He can propel you forward and give you back tenfold of your time if you just sit with him, have coffee with him, and say, I am here and I'm listening to you, Lord. What do you want to tell me? And whether he speaks to you or he doesn't, it's okay, because you sat in silence with the Spirit. So it's time to get right with yourself, get right with the Lord, and just sit and be still. He says, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. And that's in Exodus 14:14, I think. It tells us to be still all the time. But we've created this busyness as a deception, as a way of thinking that we have more control than we do. But isn't it a beautiful thing that we don't have control? Surrender, give it up to God, surrender, let go, and just be still. And let me know if anything pops into your heart.